Welcome to the Adividras YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to take a look at a bitter gourd plant's life cycle. We will see how it went from a small seed to a full-grown plant, how it bloomed flowers, and how flowers transform into ripe fruits. After seeing this 10 minutes long video, you will have more than enough information to successfully grow a bitter gourd plant in your home. We used a bamboo support to ensure that the plant grew vertically. We used a big pot whose diameter was 19 inches. Come, let's see how we prepared the soil for the transplantation. We emptied half the pot and added the soil mix, which was 50% ordinary soil and 50% coco peat. We also added a manure mix, which was 50% vermicompost and 1/4 cup seaweed extract and 1/4 cup bone meal. We then added more coco peat to the space that was left at the top, approx 10%, then completed the whole process by adding some homemade compost at the top. It's very important to prepare the soil well before planting any plant in it, because if the soil isn't healthy, the plant won't be healthy as well and will have a very poor yield in terms of flowers and fruits. Soil needs to be mixed well so that it becomes lightweight and there is more scope for aeration and better drainage of water. After the soil has been prepared well, carefully transplant the bitter gourd sapling you have to the pot. We just showed you an easy way to take the sapling out of the smaller pot. Just upturn the pot as shown and tap the bottom. This loosens the soil and the sapling comes right out. The bitter gourd plant is a climbing vine, so we will tie one end of the rope at the bottom of the sapling and the other end on the bamboo support so that we can train it to climb vertically upwards. We did this so that it doesn't occupy much horizontal space at the bottom and we can use that extra space to plant more different plants. After the sapling has been successfully transplanted, water it thoroughly, especially since it's the first time. This will help in removing any air gaps in the soil. The bitter gourd sapling's height doubled in about a week. There are many techniques of growing bitter gourds out there, but we are using the one where we won't let any side branches grow. We will keep checking it from time to time, removing any side branches that we will find at the bottom. We will only be allowing the side branches on the top to grow. After 10 days, the plant has reached somewhere between 4 to 5 feet. We once again checked for side branches. Our motive behind removing any side branches at the bottom is to ensure that the vine successfully reaches the top of the bamboo support and doesn't start growing horizontally. At the end of March, the weather suddenly became as hot it usually is in May and June, and that affected the rest of our potted plants badly. But it didn't affect our bitter gourd plant much, and that's probably cause bitter gourd plant grows well in warm climates. It grew 7 feet tall in a matter of 12 days, successfully reaching the top of the bamboo support. Its growth became even more rapid and more side branches kept on appearing. There are few reasons behind removing side branches. Firstly, if the leaves on the side branches are touching the soil, they can very easily catch soil-borne diseases. Secondly, side branches bear fruits that are usually very small in size and are sometimes D-shaped as well. Lastly, they take up more nutritious inputs but give out very less outputs in form of fruits. That is why it's always better to remove all the side branches at the bottom, especially since we are growing the plant in a pot which has limited nutrition in comparison to open fields. Since transplantation, approximately 2 weeks have passed, and the plant is still managing to thrive in such severe heat, unlike our other plants who are fighting a losing battle against the weather. The vine has reached approximately 9 feet and we are still religiously checking for and removing side branches. We always use a sharp pair of scissors for this purpose, as it is critical to ensure a clean cut. After 2 weeks, we are going to add the first installment of manure to the pot. We are going to add approximately 4 to 5 cups of vermicompost to it. Whenever we are growing plants in a container, it is crucial to keep on adding nutrition to it on a regular periodic basis. By the end of week 2, the vine has not only reached the top of the bamboo support but has also spread out on it wholly. As you can see, we have allowed side branches on the top of the bamboo support to grow. Till now, we had been letting the main branch grow and removing the side branches. But now, since the plant has grown tall enough, we will cut the tip of the main branch off and allow the side branches to grow on the top. We are going to do so as over the years we have noticed that the end part of the vine that spreads across the bamboo support always has very less yield of fruits. As you might have realized by now, regular cutting and trimming of the vine is crucial if you're hoping for a bountiful crop. The bitter gourd vine has grown quite thick and has successfully covered the whole of the bamboo support after 30 days from transplantation. We still have to keep checking and removing side branches at the bottom. Due to the sudden onset of severe summers this year, a new kind of problem emerged and plagued our bitter gourd vine. Its growth wasn't hindered, but there was a noticeable lack of male flowers on the vine due to the prevailing heat wave. 11 to 12 female flowers bloomed, but there were no male ones. Their buds would form but slowly dry out, and the actual flowers didn't bloom. Due to this, our female flowers didn't get pollinated and slowly dried out instead of transforming into bitter gourd fruits. After 34 days, there were still no male flowers, meaning we still couldn't perform any hand pollination. The vine though had reached the other end of the bamboo support by now and needed trimming. As you can see, we did find a single fully grown bitter gourd on the vine. Maybe a male flower escaped our attention and bees took care of the pollination. As you can see, the bitter gourd vine has thickened quite a bit by now and its branches are severely entangled. In order to lighten the vine, we are going to remove some branches. We are going to remove branches that only have dried male flower buds, or the ones that are devoid of any type of flowers, or the ones that looks unhealthy upon examination and have very small leaves and probably wouldn't yield good sized fruits. Thinning ensures that all the nutrition gets utilized by the healthy branches capable of producing a good quality yield instead of getting wasted on unhealthy ones. This time around, we had to give our bitter gourd extra attention and care due to the severe heat wave. Even though we installed an automatic drip irrigation system for watering our plants, we still had to check the moisture content of the soil of the bitter gourd pot again and again, giving it additional water whenever the moisture content in the soil got low. If anyone is interested in installing a similar drip irrigation system in their own kitchen gardens, do not hesitate to ask us in the comment section. Our hard work in maintaining optimum level of moisture content helped the vine in its fight against heat, and we finally found a few male flowers on the 37th day, and we managed to pollinate our remaining female flowers with them via hand pollination, hoping that they would mature into bitter gourds in a few weeks' time. The bitter gourd vine is still flourishing after 51 days. There are plenty of female flowers and some male flowers are blooming as well. The secrets behind a plant's good health are preparing the soil beforehand to ensure good aeration and drainage, periodically adding good quality manure in adequate quantities, and constant cutting and trimming of branches using up unnecessary nutrition. Today, once again, we are planning on removing all the branches that are unproductive or unhealthy, like branches that only have leaves and no flowers. We are going to free and pull down branches with female flowers that are entangled together on top of the bamboo support. We will wrap these pulled down branches around the plastic strings that we've tied horizontally from one vertical pillar of the bamboo structure to another, as you can see. Pulling down and separating entangled branches like this has two benefits. Firstly, this will ensure that each branch is exposed to adequate sunlight and air, ensuring good quality fruits. Secondly, this will make it easier for us to spot male flowers when they bloom and make sure that every flower is pollinated through hand pollination to ensure maximum yield. For people wondering why we have wrapped a polythene bag on the bitter gourds, we are doing so to ensure that no insects can lay eggs on them. These eggs usually give birth to larvae that are responsible for rottage inside the bitter gourds after maturation. Since male flowers started blooming very late, there were only 4 bitter gourds that were mature enough to be harvested on day 57. We left the rest attached to the vine. Hopefully these will be ready for harvest in the next 4 to 5 days. In this video, we tried to cover growing bitter gourds in as much detail we could manage, but still, if we missed any information or if you have any additional inquiries, please do not hesitate in asking in the comment section down below and we'll answer them as soon as we can. We hope that you liked this video and would give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel as well. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching this video till the end. This is Aditi from Adi Vedra's YouTube channel signing off. Take care and goodbye.